welcome back. This is Just Math, y'all, and we're going to look at solving quadratic equations by extracting a square root. So here we go. Let's jump into this. All right. So the three basic steps for solving quadratics using square root is the first one is you've got to isolate the part of the equation that is raised to a power. So that's the first thing you got to look at and do that. Then, once that's isolated, then you're going to do the positive negative square root of both sides. Positive and negative, because we have a positive and negative square root. And when we're solving an equation, we're looking for the values that's going to make it true. And so positive and negative square roots are going to do that. And then the third part would be to solve for x or solve for your variable, depending on what you have left. So we might be able to skip one step, or we might be able to skip two steps like in the first one. So let's look at the first one. The first one, we have x squared is equal to 144. So now isolated the squared part. The only thing that's squared is the x, and so that's already isolated. So I can go do step 2, which is the positive and negative square root of both sides. Do the square root of that side and the square root of that side. The 2 in the box cancel over here, so I just get x. And then the square root of 144, well, that's 12. So my answers are positive and negative 12. I get two answers, positive 12 and a negative 12. So just remember that. I have two answers, 12 and negative 12 for that one. All right. The second one, y squared equals 45. Again, we're going to do the same thing. The squared part, the part raised to a power is isolated, so now I'm just going to square root both sides. And so that's going to give me a y equal the positive and negative square root of 45. Well, I need to simplify this. So you need to simplify your radical and get that all simplified down. And I get 3 square roots of 5, and this is positive 3 square roots of 5 and negative square roots of 3 square roots of 5. So my answers for this one, 3 square root of 5, comma, negative 3 square root of 5. So that's my answer for that one. Okay, so now we've got 2 more. They got a little more work to do. Change colors. Right now, this next one, we have 2x to the second equal 9. And the first thing we need to do is isolate the part raised to the power. Well, the only thing raised to the power is the x squared, so I've got to divide everything by 2 first. All right, and then I can take the square root of both sides. Take the square root of both sides, square root of that, and the square root of that. So I get x equals, all right, so now the square root of 9 is 3. It's positive and negative. And the square root of 2. All right, I can't simplify the square root of 2. And I can't leave the square root of 2. I have to do something else. I have to rationalize. So I'm going to multiply top and bottom by square root of 2. So that's going to give me 3 square roots of 2 over 2 and negative 3 square roots of 2 over 2. And that pen does not look well. I get 2 answers. Whew, don't like that. Let's write that in a different color. Blue is not friendly. So we're going to multiply both sides by the square root of. Ooh, that hurt my eyes. So now I get x is equal to 3 square roots of 2 over 2 and negative 3 square roots of 2 over 2. 2 answers there. All right, last one. We're going to add 8 to both sides. Add 8 to both sides. Stop the video. See if you can do this one by yourself. Divide both sides by 6. then we're going to take the square root of both sides. So square root that one, square root that one. I'm going to get the positive and negative. 5 over the square root of 6. I have to rationalize that. So I'm going to rationalize that, multiply by the square root of 6. By the square root of 6 on top and bottom. And I get 5 square roots of 6 over 6 and the negative 5 square roots of 6 over 6. So there's my answers to that. Okay. Solving quadratics using square root. I've got some more examples coming up on the next